Welcome to the weekly meetings of AA. Anonymous.
I'm Allie, and I've been anonymity free for about 3 weeks now.
Hi, Allie.
So, Allie, tell us your story.
So, I was accused of killing all of the squirrels on the Yale campus. I was suspected because of the influx of the squirrel fur coats that I was wearing. And once taken into custody, the judge reviewing my case asked to obtain my tweets and other data from Twitter. They read some of my tweets that they took to be incriminating. They clearly don't understand the satiric use of hashtags. So some of the tweets they read were hashtag Women Crush Wednesday at Cruella DeVille, except replace Dalmatians with squirrels, hashtag Am I Right? Where them squirrels at? Hashtag I'm wearing them. Hashtag what? Who run the world? Squirrels. Haha JK. I killed them all. Hashtag YOLO. Boys and squirrels have one thing in common. They both like to be chased. Hashtag so tired. Hashtag stop running. Hashtag I will prevail. Just ask Siri for any suggestions about where to dispose of squirrel remains. Batch gave me names of therapists. If you can be of any help. Hashtag HMU. This squirrel's on fire. Hashtag haha, hashtag whoops, hashtag did the damn thing. Anyway, this really wasn't fair because when I signed up for Twitter, they had totally different privacy policies, and so now if Twitter can disclose of my information if they believe that they have to adhere to the law. And however, when I signed up, this was not the case, and when they changed the privacy policies, I never had to agree to the new terms of service. They never even emailed me. And I also believe that my tweets are my personal property because I protected my tweets, which means that they're not public. So the fact that the judge on this case thinks that these are public property is just not right. And to top it all off, in order to be released, I have to attend these weekly meetings and be a part of PETA. So that's my story.
Wow, Allie. So brave of you to share.
So much.
You know, I actually have similar opinions about anonymity on the internet. I'm Julie, and I've been anonymity free for 3 months.
Hi, Julie.
So, Julie, tell us your story.
It was a dark Sunday evening, 6:42 p.m. I was sitting in the Sabrick laundry room. I had a rather extensive law, technology, and culture midterm due in about an hour, so I was furiously typing away at my computer while waiting to switch my laundry to the dryer. All of a sudden, a hooded figure in a white cloak stormed into the laundry room and walked right to dryer number 8. The figure didn't even see me, typing away in the corner. And then it happened. The figure took off the cloak, bent down, and started pooping all over the laundry. I was so mortified and scared and just really disgusted. I didn't recognize the figure once the cloak had been removed, but I knew that if it was my laundry in there, I would have been downright pissed off, and justice needed to be had. So I did what I had to do. I silently turned my computer around and started recording the horrendous act. The perpetrator was so focused on the deed that I went unnoticed. The next day, I sent the video into the YDN. Safe to say, they were thrilled to finally uncover the mystery and expose the perpetrator's identity. They put the video up on their website and promised not to divulge my identity. But the YDN is no WikiLeaks. I once read a New York Times op-ed called When Secrets Aren't Safe with Journalists that described how a lot of journalism organizations aren't trained in internet security, and people can easily hack onto their servers and claim the identities of anonymous people who give in tips and expose these identities, breaching their anonymity. Sure enough, the perpetrator was able to hack into the YDN server, obtain the email I had sent them, and uncover my identity. Apparently, In addition to defecating on laundry, the perpetrator also excels and enjoys computer hacking. The perpetrator was very good at it. Journalists need to be trained in online security to protect the right to anonymous free speech of the people that support their stories. Without this, how can we hold criminals or even government officials who are caught doing crimes on videos accountable? Our founding fathers wrote the Federalist Papers under pseudonyms. It's an inherent constitutional right that free speech be anonymous, and we need to keep it that way.
Actually, I have very different opinions about anonymity online. I'm Jessica, and I've been dealing with anonymity for 1 week.
Hi, Jessica. Tell us your story, Jessica.
Well, I'm a student, and here at Yale I started a blog just for girl things, like fun things, and nothing too risque, nothing too complicated, and for some reason I started getting so many comments in the past few weeks, very, very nasty, difficult comments, and they've been very hard, and some of them have gotten to a point where they've really, really crossed the line. And I don't understand why this has been happening. Why are people commenting on my actions or following me to places and trying to discover things that I do and posting them? But it has really changed the way that I approach just going by my everyday. And I don't think I can fully express what I've been feeling, but I wrote something down, and I think that that's a better idea to tell my story. It's just a poem. I'll speak it, also perform it, and it just shows better what I've been feeling. I'll just pull it up. Here. You think there's a second chance to second-hand hope? No, you see, because once you hear the word skank, slut, hoe thrown at your face for the first time, in your display, in your screen, there is no going back. And there was no going back. It's like the wind is knocked out of your feet, but in the wrong way. No sweeping off your feet, but merely tearing you down. You start fearing life. You start fearing yourself. You start trading ice cream for puffs of smoke, and puffs of smoke slowly become injections. I was daddy's girl one day, but I was never daddy's princess. And believe me, every little girl wants to be a princess, but I tried to be tough. Traded ballet for boxing. Tried to add some stiffness to my flimsy arms. It's hard to be a girl in this world, you know, but we manage until everything comes crashing down with a few words. Bitch. Psychotic, pathetic, ugly, fat, disgusting. You tell me it's your right, but laws are made to cover up criminals and bullies, darling. Rights are not made for abuse. I looked up lawyers, and you know what they told me? You can't call someone a pedophile and run and hide behind the First Amendment. Gertz v. Robert Welch protects opinions, not false facts, but they tell me I have to show prima facie case for defamation, so I ask you, how would you like to prove that you were not a slut, miss? How do you prove the difference between whore and selling sex for money? Britton Heller, Heidi Ravani, I am so sorry. My heart aches for you. Now you, Miss Port, whatever you say about founding fathers, they would not be proud of you. No, not our fathers here or not our fathers up there. Anonymity is no excuse for tearing a life apart. I'm lonely now, and all I do is lonelier things, and I will only be whole again when they give me your name.